What did I do with the guy off of both the ribs? Yeah, anyway.
Whoa. What did you do?
I don't know. Remember, I thought the janitor, you guys were talking about the janitor, and you guys were talking about...
He's security.
Yeah, you guys were talking about the dude with the pistol in the park.
Oh, yeah. Wood Harris, nigga.
Yeah, Wood Harris.
Yeah, nigga, put some respect on his name.
I mean, he had 2 roles. Nigga.
2 roles? What?
Maybe 3 roles.
Maybe 3? Doug, I hit you with a list of them.
I know.
See, you don't remember shit from a month ago, nigga. How you remember shit from the 90s?
It's a trauma response, nigga.
The contents of this podcast are informational in nature, and neither Shane, nor Johnny, nor I, nor Random Realness is engaged in the provision of legal, tax, or any other advice. You should seek your own advice from professional advisors, including lawyers and accountants, regarding the legal, tax, and financial implications of any financial decision you contemplate. Additionally, the information shared on this podcast is not intended to be a substitution for diagnosis, treatment, or informed professional advice. You should not take any action or avoid taking any action without consulting with a qualified mental health professional.
Welcome to the show, Random Realness, episode
32.
30 motherfucking 2. How you doing, baby?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
You know me. Still the same OG. With a pen low key. I'm about to get racist.
Been hated on by 2 niggas. I'm just
Stupid. He said mostly, but just 2 for real.
2. One was in 6th grade. I don't know they had a problem. They called in and everything got handled. You know what I'm saying? We went to different recesses.
Yeah. But I'm your host, Shane. Yep. It's my motherfucking dog, co-host, J. White. Happy to be here. How you feeling though? You doing all right?
I'm doing good, man. Yeah. I wish I would have played harder when I was a kid.
Like that?
300 shots a day. You know what I'm saying?
He said dedication wasn't right. He said, "Oh, you must be talking about the motherfucking contracts you've been seeing, huh?"
Yeah.
He said, "Fuck the 4th, nigga." He said, "These contracts got me hot."
Yeah, you got me hot.
Yeah, it's nutty, bruh. I heard like the first 2 to 3 hours of the free agency or whatever, $1 billion spent, came and went.
That's crazy.
$1 billion, my nigga, just in 2 hours. Just like here, you get 100 million, you get 100 million, you get 100 million.
Yeah, that's wild.
I mean, it's
great.
It's dope,
it's
and
dope.
It's wild, but it's not because it's like. It's not like they just decided right then, you know. It's just wild to see like how many people got the bag.
Yeah,
like
the numbers are skyrocketing.
Oh, for real! Like Fred VanVleet, 3 years, 130 million to Houston,
42 million a year average.
Just
42 and some change, and I'm like, I like that, but I didn't think that he was that type of player.
I mean. Nigga won a ring.
But I say that ring was one Kawhi.
Kawhi.
Yeah, it's and so he was like a supporting cast member. But to see him go get 42 to go to Houston, it's going to be interesting because you would expect you're playing somebody that much. You want to see Houston's wins go up. So it's undecided. One time I was in Vegas. Random note. This person was like Van Leap. He kept calling me that. And I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even know who the nigga was. And then I went and looked it up.
If you had a haircut like me, nigga, you might look like him. We're gonna lie to you.
He tried to hit me,
but we know you trying to be like Drake. Anyways, Bruce Brown, 2 years, $45 million to Indiana. I mean, he just won a ring too. If you don't know, who's on the Nuggets. He went and got his
How
bag.
many points was he like averaging? Was he?
I don't know.
Because I don't know that name.
He was good. He played well in the finals. I'd say he probably averaged high teens over the season. But I want to say it's like his 2nd year or 3rd year. Chris Middleton re-signs with the Bucks.
I think that was a good one.
102 for 3 years. 102 million.
32, 33?
See, so a couple episodes ago, before Chris Paul went to the motherfucking Warriors, we're like, oh, where should he go? I said the Bucks, but then after I was like, oh, Chris Middleton's about to leave. Now that nigga's in the building, staying in the building, chilling. So I think still Chris Paul would have been the best fit there. But Cam Johnson, another young guy, pretty sure just coming off his rookie deal, re-signs with the Suns.
Okay.
4 years, $108 million.
So that's good for them.
Yeah. Tyrese Halliburton.
Only Tyrese I know is Coca-Cola and Fast and the Furious.
Oh, God, yeah, man.
Yeah.
What more do you want from me? Tyrese Halliburton, extension signed with the Indiana Pacers, 5 year, 206.
Damn. Okay.
Desmond Bain, 5 years, extension with the motherfucking Grizzlies, 207. Now we're getting to the heavy hitters.
All right.
LaMelo Ball, 260, 5 year extension.
LaMelo Ball.
Well, they get to the bag, bro. You know, LeVar was just, hey, yeah, that's my dog.
Is Brooke Lopez on there, right? You got him on there, right?
No, fuck that nigga.
I know Shaq's throwing up, but because that nigga just got like re-signed for like $23 million a year.
Yeah.
like that was Shaq breaking records, signing deals like that, and this dude.
That's the thing. If I put everybody on here who got $100 million contract, nigga, it'd have been, I'd have need 2 cards.
You would hit the scroll like that, like yeah.
But yeah, LaMelo for 260, and that's what's dope. I like. Obviously, they could. I'm sure most of them could still get traded and whatnot, but a lot of these teams a lot of these big contracts are extensions on young guys. You know, like Anthony Edwards, 260, 5 year. That's him and Jar are like my 2 favorite young guys to watch. You know, they're just electrifying, nigga.
Yeah. Anthony Edwards, when I was scrolling through the gram, the reel was him saying, you know, just because I got $60 million, stay out of my DMs. He was with his wife. It's like, stay out of my DMs. I don't got extra space. I don't know if he was playing off of the Zion thing that was happening. Like, he got multiple babies, mama coming down the pipeline, but he was like, stay out of my DMs.
Who said that?
Anthony Edwards.
Okay.
He said, I'm good. He's like, I got the 260. I'm with my queen.
Oh, God.
Don't come jumping in my thing. I don't got extra space.
He said they lied on me, nigga. I didn't make 260.
Yeah.
It was a 2.6 million. That's what I signed for, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm in a slave contract.
And I took it on Bitcoin.
Oh, God. Another dope one, not as high. Draymond Green, 4 year extension.
Okay.
I kind of feel like everybody knew that was coming since Poole's not there anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
4 years is kind of remember, because last week I said that I think if they don't win next year, they would start doing pieces.
Yeah.
But if you're signing 4 years and nobody wants them, then you're kind of stuck.
Steve Kerr says, like, he's a huge piece to it, you know, and I think he is, even though he doesn't score a bunch, he keeps everybody level. You know, like, he doesn't let the fame or the star get too big headed, you know?
Yep.
And I don't think they would have that problem anyway. But I just think he's like, puts his foot down. He don't play. He's not the type to bite his tongue for anybody.
Yeah, and he's never packing it up in a game.
Yeah.
If shit's not going his way, he's going to tell everybody, we better figure shit out. Yeah.
100%. So, but it's dope. So Draymond Green, Fred VanVleet, and then the last person I didn't say, which I got a little backstory on, Jeremy Grant, all signed to Clutch Sports, Rich Paul, LeBron's homie. 390 combined off, you know.
That's the total of all their contracts.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and people were making it a huge deal. Like, oh shit, look at it. He's dominating in his fire, you know.
Yeah.
Super dope. Huge contracts. I'm sure it's gonna get more people to want to sign with him and whatnot. But
I wonder what his selling point is. Does he say, I don't take as much commission? LeBron's already my guy, you know? Like, I'm already paid. I'm trying to help y'all.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, he probably is, though. You know what I'm saying? He's not trying to make a killing. Obviously, he's going to make his money, but the amount of the size of contracts that they work with, you're going to make get 10 people, you're going to be well set for life. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you treat them right and they stick with you their whole career, you know? So,
and he probably has all the connect, like he knows how LeBron puts down his whole branding thing. So you sign with him, he's going to be like, I'll take a little portion because I know what I'm going to do with you.
Yeah.
And push your branding out and get you in all the venues, like all the lanes that you could do essentially.
Yeah.
So,
but what I was going to say about Jeremy Grant, apparently, so he's with Portland, right? Mm-hmm. That's who he signed his extension with. Mm-hmm. Gave him the bag, 160. Mm-hmm. Apparently, Dame was like, yeah, like, if you want me to stay, this is my nigga, he's got to stay. He like, we got to make sure. Well, they gave him a bag. As soon as that nigga got a contract, he said, I want traded. Dame said, fuck the system.
Do you think that he was saying that just as like a parting gift, like to be nice, like, I'm going to make sure they pay you because I got love for you, but I'm already going to leave, and then they feel tricked. Like
100%. And that's what I think anyways, but I was talking to my brother about it, and I was like, nigga, imagine how dirty this business has done multiple athletes. Like, first thing I thought of, Isaiah Thomas. That nigga was about to get a 9-figure deal, nine-figure deal, and gets injured and isn't in the league ever again. Besides like a 10-day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's cold world.
Cold world out here, boy.
World.
But that's what I'm saying.
His shit was like,
100%.
Damn.
Yeah.
And that was fucked up.
And so I'm like, damn, that's dope. Dame's looking out for his young cats, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm sure Portland's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But in another sense, it's like, bruh, hey, all these contracts getting signed, Nick, I want more money too. And you just gave him all my money. Yeah. 160, nigga. You could have gave him 4 for fucking 100 or something.
No, give him the max. You knew what he was doing.
But I know, but you know what I'm saying? If he really was going to stay.
Yeah. I feel like, I don't even know when Dame signed last. It couldn't be no more than like a year or two ago.
Yeah, I want to say he signed for the max like 2 years ago.
And his max is probably higher than that max because he was like all pros. Because there's like different tiers to it. He was probably 260 sure. back then. And now this is that max that person could get.
Yeah. But I wanted to throw a curveball.
What's that?
Can you hit curveballs?
Yeah, I did a little baseball.
Okay, he said, you know, we got
6th grade.
Twist your hips, you know, pop the hips. Did you see the Jalen Green, Christopher Joshua video?
Please.
We don't gotta go crazy on it, but nigga, did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
For those who don't know, just go to Twitter and look up Jalen Green, nigga.
Oh,
Jalen Green video, bruh. He's out here wilding. That nigga Christopher Joshua got. Whatever, Joshua Christopher, however you say his name.
They're on the same team together now,
No, he got traded.
Oh, he got traded?
Right after the video dropped, they said, sorry, sir.
Were they supposed to be on the same team?
They were on the same team.
Oh, okay.
They were in Houston together, and they played AAU together.
And the fact that there was 2 videos like that, like, I don't know.
Then they said,
But who records that and why? What was the purpose?
He was showing her. I was drilling her out.
Like this. Okay, do it on
I was
me.
fucking her up, nigga.
Do it on me.
I don't believe you. Show me.
Yeah.
Like what, my nigga?
Damn.
Go to Twitter. Jalen Green. Jalen Green, my nigga. Whoa. Anyways.
Oh.
It's super fire though. A lot of people. I'm kind of sick about the whole contract shit. Dame's supposed to be coming to the Heat, so I love that.
Do you love that with what they think needs to be packaged up to get him?
The only thing I don't love is that we already got rid of 2 huge pieces. You know, like with Max Strus, he signed for like 63 to Cleveland or some shit, and then Gabe Vincent signed to the Lakers.
Oh, he did.
For like, I want to say 2-year 28 or something like that, or 3-year 28, something like that. So I'm like, damn, it's fire. But if we were going to package a bunch of players, we should have just signed them. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put them in the package because now we're already guards short. And now Portland wants the rest of our guards damn near.
Yeah.
And it's like, nigga, okay, well, we can't just win with just Jimmy, Dame, and Bam.
One of the deals that I saw, speaking of the Lakers, is like Lonnie Walker. Mm-hmm. he went to the Brooklyn Nets for like 1 year, like $2.2 million, and I'm like, Lakers, keep that nigga. You know what I mean? Because he's young enough to where maybe the next year he develops, and he's like, because he came on strong at the end of the year for a couple big games, but it just was kind of weird. Like they're trying to build a team with cheap players.
Yeah,
2.2. It's a 10% of what most of these
LeBron could have paid that nigga's contract.
Yeah. So,
speaking of, I'm saying it now. Watch how different Gabe Vincent has to play now that he's on the Lakers. Just saying.
All right.
That nigga was doing whatever the fuck he wanted in Miami, balling the fuck out. Now watch.
Well, it'll probably allow LeBron to be more free. Since he'll know what to do with the ball.
That nigga, he's gonna stand on the 3-point line.
We got D'Angelo Russell. He re-signed, and I thought that was I feel like that the price that they got him at and where his top side potential could be, which he seemed like he hit that.
I feel like it's the only reason they got him for that is because his age. You know, if he was younger, he would have got more. You know what I'm saying? He'd be worth more, but. It's like, okay, you should, if anything, you should have blossomed to your full potential consistently by now.
Yeah, and that's where it's like it's a little iffy, but he's at that 27, 28. Like, it could work out. It could work
Yeah, there's a lot of people, a lot of pickups and re-signs that I thought were good. You know, I think we got a big dude from, I forget his name. I want to say from the Lakers, he was for Denver. A big black nigga, like African.
I saw that.
Yeah. But I said, yeah, we need that because motherfucking Zeller's not going to do it. Cody motherfucking Zeller said, hey, yeah, go guard Jokic. Nigga. I hate him. So,
Dang.
But yeah, I think it was a dope free agency. Obviously, it's not over, but.
Kyrie going. I think Kyrie locked
re-signed
back in with
for like 130 for 4 years or something like that.
Yeah, I hope the best for him, but I was super disappointed that he was traded with enough time for the Mavs to make a run. So, do they think it was just like a problem gelling?
I think it was too short a time.
And so that's the only hope that they got.
And that's the thing is I feel. Season, was it this year? KD just went to the Suns this year, right?
Yep.
So I kind of feel the same way about the Suns. You know, they made it to the playoffs, but they just couldn't click because they didn't have enough time together.
Yeah.
Poor Chris Paul.
I'm trying to think if there was any other ones.
Yeah, there was a lot of people getting the bags, bro.
Yeah.
All them summers I spent not shooting.
Olapokas.
Oladipo?
Yeah, did he resign with the Heat?
we traded him. Fuck, where did he go? But we had to pay like $9 million of his contract to get rid of him.
You guys traded him? Wasn't he one of the ones?
Well, yeah, he was, but he tore some shit in his leg again.
Oh, okay.
And this is like his third big injury, you know?
Okay.
Which it sucks because his first injury, he did rehab. Doctors were saying, oh, it's in your head, it's in your head. Come to find out the surgery wasn't done proper and he was still fucked up. And it wasn't in his head. So he spent literally like 2 years trying to get back, gets the proper surgery, gets back, is balling out for us, gets hurt again. And it's like, fuck, bruh.
Yeah.
It's like Derrick Rose, nigga, once he blew one knee out and then came back and then fucked his other one up. It's like, goddamn.
Derrick Rose signed with somebody and it said, you're 14 right there.
Yeah.
You're a dog.
Yep. After 2 ACLs, my nigga.
You're a dog.
Youngest
man.
MVP ever, nigga.
Gosh.
That's no bullshit. I lived with my brother during that time. Like MVP run, the like 2 year span.
Yeah.
Dog. I've never seen shit like that. He is so unreal. At 6'2", or 6'3", whatever he is.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable.
If anybody had the right to feel like they wanted to commit suicide after an injury,
oh my God,
it's him. Going from the face to the pinnacle of everything.
At 23 years old. Right.
To like fighting for your life to come back. And then you make it 14 years. Salute.
I saw somebody say, John Morant, you keep bullshitting, give Derrick Rose your knees.
Yeah.
Oh God, nigga, you want to go to the strip club and be a gangster, nigga? Let this nigga get his whole career right.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. So, me and the family are taking off, and we're safe because we called Colin. Our auto's insured, house insured. We're going across state lines. Collins got us. Collins actually got us in the state they were going to. We're in Idaho, heading to Utah. Colin got us. Made it to Utah, and I just wanted to say, call Colin. If you have a boat, call Colin. If you have a motorcycle, call Colin. If you need life insurance, call Colin. Call Colin at 208-639-0412. Colin insures in Idaho, Utah, Oregon, and Montana. Again, call Colin for all your insurance.
You know, some crazy gangster shit, or no? Actually, it was some Dungeons and Dragons type shit.
Oh, really?
In Philadelphia.
Oh, the shooting.
The shooting, yeah, like because like you had sent it over on Instagram, and it was like Gilly
going crazy,
saying you know like women and children need to be protected. If you're gonna kill, you guys aren't killing niggas over fucking money anymore. I felt like he thought it was maybe some street shit, like they're supposed to protect the children and grandparents. But then when I like read the article, it was like this: the shooter was a 40-year-old black dude, had a bulletproof vest on, like ski mask. He started the shooting with like screaming like ready for war, like, and then like just was randomly shooting people. So it was not gang violence.
Yeah,
like
it wasn't like a drive-by or anything.
Yeah, it wasn't like cool to simmer down. Like niggas is wilding. There's no like street ethics. It was like somebody in their room, religious extremist type, NARA. Where
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He built ghost guns. He was saying that he was cleaning up the streets. He felt that way.
He was a vigilante.
Oh, yeah. Yes, perfect.
He said they're going to make a movie about me.
Yeah, he thought he was a vigilante. So it ended up being, I think,
how many
seven people got injured. Mm-hmm. 7 people got shot. 2 people got injured, like where broken glass like hurt them. Mm-hmm. But it was like 4 black males, a teenager which was 15 years old.
Got shot as one of the people that got shot?
Yeah, the one got shot and killed.
Holy fuck.
And then there was 2 little girls, mm-hmm. and a mother that he was just shooting their car up, like essentially like Grand Theft Auto. I read this one article and they was like trying to do play by play. He like essentially like gets to this middle of the street and it's like ready for war, and this dude comes out and sees him, and then one of the victims that died, and then he just starts chasing him, mows him down in his house, comes back out, then just starts going from street to street.
How is you cleaning up the street when you're shooting random niggas? Because
he was saying that, well, the place that he shot up was like, I think it was like a crime area, like that has historic crime, but
there's civilians in crime areas.
The dude that they shot was like a stand-up person, like educated and stuff. He was just like, "What? You know what's going on?" Mm-hmm. They in the article said that he died dialing 911. Right, didn't have time. So he was like the first person that got shot. Then he's going on this rampage. They didn't find him until midnight.
The first dude,
when his dad came home and he was like, "My fucking son's dead."
Holy shit!
The mom and the 2 girls that were injured by gunshot wounds, they were just like driving, and he's just poop 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 shooting through. How would he know if he's cleaning up the streets or not? He's just shooting everybody in this neighborhood. Mm. When the cops go to circle him, he's like laying down on the ground, and when the cops come to arrest him, the article said that he told them like, "Good job." Mm-hmm. Like he's just waiting for them to like arrest him. He's like, "Good job. You know, I'm just cleaning up the streets. You know how it is. There's violence in the streets, so you know we got to take it into our own hands to protect the neighborhood." And they're just probably like, "What the fuck?" And so,
bruh, what is wrong with people? Talking about good job, thanks for arresting me. I knew this was happening. Nigga, why'd you do it then?
Because he thinks he's a police officer. He thinks he's a vigilante. He thinks that he was like,
oh my God,
what he did wasn't wrong. And he thought that every black male that he killed was a killer on the street because he's like, there's a lot of shooters out here. You know, Philly's known for like murder and stuff, but it's still not.
Yeah, the ratio's not there.
It's still. I mean,
quick question, not to go left because it has something to do with this, but do you think? Obviously, the nigga's mental health isn't right. You think we have so many mass shootings here because of the lack of health care? Like other countries have, like a lot of other countries have free health care for other people, you know, for everybody. So
I haven't done enough research on that.
I just think that because it's like people say like, oh, America leads every country in mass shootings by double or quadruple, you know, by like a gang.
Well, when we had International Tay on here, remember he said there's just not guns over other places.
Right.
So to me, that article or the thinking of like, people shouldn't have guns. He did have like a misdemeanor crime that would have made it illegal for him to have a gun, but he built a ghost gun.
Yeah,
and
got the parts and just built. Yeah, it's literally parts getting shared. If you guys don't know what a ghost gun is, it's where you build it part by part and you can't track it because niggas don't know you're building a gun.
Yeah, you just bought a chamber from over there and you just bought the grips from over here. You
Right.
And it's like it would be, I don't even know. It'd be equivalent of them saying like, you know, you shouldn't make crystal meth, but then they just sell the pills over here, this, and you can like go assemble it, but buy it direct from the source, which they don't let you do that.
Yeah.
So like, how can there be companies that can just sell pieces, kits?
Right.
That's insane.
Yeah. The system's fucked up.
And so to me, I've seen the legalize all guns. Maybe try the no guns. And I know the argument is like, if you take the guns away from the people, the criminals are going to have them anyway. And so then you're like helpless against that. But this person doesn't seem like he's a street criminal.
He's just
so he would never have it.
Right. And he's just, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He's just like off his rocker, you know, clearly. So that's why I was asking, but.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there's going to be sick people everywhere. The things that he was saying, it sounded like he was in his own algorithm, in that hate algorithm, where you just think that everybody's scum and you like
you know best of who's ain't shit and who is.
Yeah, like you could be that whole side of the street's bad. Like you can't do that. It has to be a case by case with evidence type thing. Otherwise, there's gonna be innocent people. Which it sounds like all 7 of them that were murdered had nothing to do.
Didn't somebody's grandma get shot?
I think the lady was 59 years old.
Okay,
that
so
got shot at. She didn't pass away.
Yeah.
Oh, that part. This is the part about so he shot a 12-year-old boy. And he shot his 15-year-old kid. They were just like walking on the street, and he just started shooting. They said he had a laser target. The one another dude that he shot like on the streets, brother, started shooting at him. They arrested him because they thought he might be a part of it, but they then found out that he was just self-defense because his brother just got killed. And he had a registered gun, so he didn't get in any trouble like that, and they already let him go. But, oh, man.
So, that shit's crazy out in these streets, bro.
His roommates were saying that he was being crazy, like a couple days leading up to it, and he had started being, like, agitated and stuff. They were just, like, avoiding him at all costs. And so one of the messages that were, like, in the news article was, like, you know, if you see this shit or you see one of your friends bugging out or posting some shit like they're going to hurt somebody, just turn them over. Just turn them over for a wellness check, because if they're doing those types of activities and you turn it over, they're not like coming to like instantly arrest them. They're going to come and do a wellness check.
And they're going to be like, what the fuck? Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So just.
Yeah, watch your people, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. How old was the dude, the shooter?
40. if you look at a picture of it,
cut my life into pieces.
But the thing that tripped me out is because he was black, and I know ignorantly in the past, when I think of mass shooters, I don't think black. That was like a joke. It was even a joke in like comedy. Like everybody knows when you hear mass shooters, it's not niggas doing it.
But majority is Caucasian.
It is. It is. It definitely is. It definitely is. But this was that awakening where I'm like, damn, it's going through all. It's like just like a. What is it? It's like trending or whatever. You know what I mean? And you don't want it to pick up steam. There was like a couple other murders. There was one in Baltimore that like 2 people got killed and 28 injured. That was one was like a real mass shooting. They don't know if that one was gang related or not. That one, when I read that one seemed like it could be just like a DC sniper type situation. Yeah, because they haven't arrested the shooter. There was another one in Dallas, and this is all over the 4th of July. That I think I want to say maybe 5 to 8 dead. But that one they said that started with a fight, and then there was shooting. So that one makes me seem like it could be organic. The 2 and the 28 makes me seem like, because there was like this neighborhood that just was like they have their like celebration, and so maybe it could be an extremist, that was like trying to target black people. We'll know
knowing that the celebration was going to be going on.
Yeah, and then he could shoot, and then they would just probably blame it on gang violence, right? Because people, a bunch of black people get together, it's going to get out of hand, and so maybe they won't search for the real shooter because they would think it's some street, but to be determined. It's just crazy. They said there was 450 mass shootings already so far this year in the United States.
Yeah, nigga. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, mental health has something to do with it. Yeah. Niggas don't get the proper shit that they need and go off their rocker. You know what I'm saying? Don't really feel like they don't have anybody to talk to and blah, blah, blah. It's just sad. 450, nigga. It's the 7th month of the year. Yeah. Like, what? Yeah. It's probably not even close in other countries.
I can't imagine that. I haven't
especially
seen any stats,
if it's for real, like how Tay was saying. Like,
and they described a mass shooting as more than 4 victims, I think, being shot. So things that are in there would be like drive-by shootings too. Right. It's all bundled into it.
It's not just like a school shooting or right. Correct.
Yeah. So
that's America's a trip, bro. I love it, but I low-key hate it sometimes. Yeah. It's a love-hate for sure. Yeah. Can't wait to go to New York, get out of this place. Huh?
Oh, shit. Maybe a pool would do you some justice, Like,
don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't bring my nigga into this.
I got to. Don't do it. Rose, Maybach music. Maybach music. Music. I was trying to. So, did you hear about that?
Yes,
the freaking tried to double bounce on the diving board and his knees went out at a little party that he was throwing.
Nigga, it wasn't little. There was hundreds of people there.
Hundreds. Yeah.
Is that one of those ones where you hit the water and you wait to come up as long as you can? So,
I don't know.
Fuck. You just underwater cussing yourself out, nigga. What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
God damn.
He comes up. He ain't even kicking his legs. He has to be all arms because this shit buckled. Damn.
If y'all didn't see it, that nigga Rose, which he's a little slimmer than he used to be, but the nigga's still thick. Hit him with a double bounce. Knees gave out. How come he fell in the water though?
Because he knew where to go. He
just top heavy.
His shit buckled. And then I was trying to look up like Olympic dives because I don't even know if what he was trying to do was even possible.
Where you bounce and then bounce again.
Bounce again. I don't even think that's possible.
They for sure do that.
But they're more like a little half. His first jump
should have been the jump.
Should have been the final. He should have did like a little skip and then it like.
You know what makes me the most mad is it wasn't even a real diving board.
No,
it's like one of those white plastic ones that have no give on it, and then his big ass gets out there, bounces once. Nigga, be happy you got that high.
Yeah, like that was a win.
Oh god!
The ones if the Olympic ones
the green
they
ones
go way farther, so that thing is boo.
Yeah, 100%.
He was on the regular joint that comes with your fucking your pool
at home.
Yeah, your pool at home.
Like
barely any give. You get the one.
I'm not
jump.
gonna lie. That nigga off that one jump was the highest I ever seen anybody get off of that type of diving board. Nigga, every time I did it, I felt like it wouldn't bounce.
Yeah.
And I was heavy as a little kid, nigga.
Yeah, no. That's why you know that second one when he tried to go, it didn't have no give because it was coming up when he was going in.
100%. I said, "Oh Lord."
They said at that moment he knew
he fucked up.
He said, "I knew."
At this moment, he knew he fucked up.
Yeah,
you ain't lying.
Yeah,
but that whole camp, low key, feel like it's not athletic. So I seen Meek Mill running routes and shit. Then they did a front flip off the Sixers mascot's trampoline.
Yeah,
I said, nigga, it looked like it hurt. That whole camp's not athletic. I want to see some shit on Wale.
Yeah, and I don't think he
looks like a soccer player.
Yeah, at best. And Rose, like, god damn,
you didn't have to call him unhealthy though. You didn't have to, because he's not athletic. You don't have to say he's an unhealthy human in the most unhealthy.
For how much he talks about health, he's not very healthy.
We know.
And just like Khaled. DJ Khaled. Yeah, but you know there's the other person.
Khalid?
Yeah, so I had to, sometimes I get it mixed up. For so long I was calling that nigga DJ Khaled. They're like, no, that's Khaled. And I'm like, oh, fuck this shit, nigga. Goddamn.
How you know? Tell me you're 50 without telling me you're 50.
Shut that's how much recognition DJ Khaled had. You know what I'm saying? Like he had the brand power for that name, and so they had to change it with a little one off. But when he's talking about more life and try to take care of yourselves, but then he continues not to take care of himself,
and then you see him eating dinner, and it's some shit that you probably shouldn't be eating every night of the week.
Facts.
Yeah,
and I'm no freaking saint because I've done it.
But
before,
you're healthier than them, nigga.
Yeah, I'm
actually. I'd probably take DJ
pounds.
Khaled in a boxing match. You look soft.
I would let him do what he need to do for 30 seconds, and then I'm going to tee off on him. Hey,
he said, "You ever seen the Simpsons?"
Random Realness.
Hold on, where is it? Which one? Which one? Oh, you didn't change it, did you? A random motherfucker.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I think I get DJ Khaled. For sure. But anyway, back to the point. Rick Ross would be on his boxing shit, and then like all of a sudden they go into a stroke. Uh-huh. You know what I mean? Like you can do your fitness, but you gotta fucking give up the smoking weed, drinking every night. You can't do all of those things. That nigga wakes
up and drinks Bel Air like with his breakfast. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, it's like, well, I had egg whites, nigga. You had it. You washed it down with alcohol, nigga.
Stop.
Right.
Like
I get that.
If anybody should be doing a double bounce, it shouldn't be you. He did. I guess he did say something like, "I was hyped up because there was bad." You know what I mean? He was in the moment, but
he's real for keeping it real. You know,
I
give him props for that because most niggas would be like, "Trampoline ain't shit, nigga. It's just what I need to get a real one." You know what I'm saying? Like he did. Most niggas would have blamed something else.
He said, "Y'all were asking if I'm okay." You know I ain't okay.
Look at the internet and ask me that motherfucking question. Am I all right? Oh, goddamn well.
Damn.
It's fucking crazy.
Oh shit.
Ricky Rose.
Man,
shit's wild.
And then, so this week just seems like this is a dark episode. It's just shit's been fucked up, man.
It's not dark. You know, we're making light of it. You know what I'm saying? We're doing all right, my nigga.
Yeah. But so this next one for all the college graduate, people that graduated, got that debt. We got that email about a year ago. Maybe
year ago.
go, yeah. Do that shit. They were like, we're going to forgive $20,000 worth of student loans. I know. I was like, hell yeah. I was like, I'm trying to pull back all the money that I paid them because I'm just trying to get it right to 20. You know what I mean? Right to 20. And just because if they forgive the 20 racks, but the Supreme Court
said no go.
No go. It would have cost like $400 billion.
Did they not already start giving niggas money? Like paying off their shit?
No, they let everybody submit applications.
Okay,
and then
that's
they had
what it
in
was.
A pending status. Like
That's
as soon
what
as
it
they
was.
got a, yep.
Okay, and that's what threw me off. I was like, nigga, I thought people have been getting their shit taken care of already. But you know me, I never went to college, so I don't got no motherfucking, you know what I'm saying?
I'll let you know niggas are satisfied.
I know.
And so the student loans are going to start, you have to start paying them back in October. And everybody, because it's been on zero interest and zero payments for, I feel like 2.5 years, it feels like.
Yeah.
And so some people's student loan payments, 800,000, 1,500, 3,000, 400, 200, it's all
Varies,
ranges
yeah.
that was paused. And you know how people been living the last
lavishly.
2.5
This
years.
nigga, I don't gotta pay 20 bands, 30 bands, and shit.
So it's gonna be interesting to see when they jack student loan payments back up to see if people can readjust their budgets to account for the payments that are going to be needed there.
So when they when they start payments again, is the interest going to be the same as it was, or are they going to, because everything's interest is crazy right now?
No, I think they're fixed. I think most student loans are fixed.
Okay.
And they're fixed based on the time when you
apply or went
got
to
the debt out.
Gotcha.
So they're like, when I was going to school, it was like 4.5%, 5%. The kids that were going when it was like zero interest rates were like 1% and 2%.
Yeah.
So them niggas good. But the ones that are getting it right now is like 6%, 7%, 8% because interest rates have gone up. But those people, if they're still in school, they'll be able to defer it. But yeah, people are going to have to start.
Oh, I know. Drop in the comments below how you feel about student loans. If you went to college and you got some little student debt left, let me know how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a bunch of niggas that are hot as catfish grease, nigga.
And it would have not. So the thing that I like.
Sorry to cut you off. How do you feel about it? Just because I know you have some student loan debt still.
So as soon as So as soon as I fucking got out of school, I just hyper focused on paying my student debt.
Okay.
So I would live on one check and I would pay student loans with the other check. So I had my shit down to like about. I had it down to like 2,000, 1,000, and then they came out with that, and so then I called them and I was like, well, I guess when the pandemic hit, I maybe had like 1,500 left.
Okay.
They said zero interest, and any payments you made during COVID, you can get back right now if you need it. So I clawed it all back.
Yeah.
I clawed it back to like 8,000 because then I couldn't open up loans that I had closed.
Yeah.
And then I took that money and invested it in the stock market when it dropped. So I was trying to pull all the money I could.
So you could double it up or triple it up or whatever, quadruple it up.
That money that I have, that I made the payments to, I was like, took that money, invested it, then was making my payments to that, to the stock market essentially. That accounts at 11,000.
Okay.
And so the 8,000 or 7,500 that I owe on my student loan
Ain't shit, nigga.
Ain't shit. I was able to bubble it up, cut it in half, 50%.
He said, my family known for stepping on it, lad.
Shit.
I see you, boy. That's good shit.
And I know I think a lot of people made similar plays to that. Like why it was zero interest. You would not, they said you could keep paying it off if you wanted to, but nobody, if you're money savvy, you'd want them to just hold the note and you would go put that money in something that's super safe. I put it in the stock market, which wouldn't be super safe, but you could have been maybe putting it in a CD, getting 2% or something until it comes back online. But the thing that,
man, that's a trip. I didn't realize that they just like paused. They said, hold on, nigga, we might be paying this shit for you.
yeah,
Niggas are like, oh!
yeah, before they did the cancellation, they were just like, during COVID, we just want to pause it so everybody needs money. We're just trying to free up money,
Right.
And
Said if we all die, niggas, school, these loans don't give
a pause. And then they went in one step further and they said, we're gonna give
if you get
exit
15,
out
they turn into Oprah.
1,000 if you're under a certain threshold of income, and it was a lot. But
the piece that I thought was good and what I liked about it, like I could be okay with them just like not doing my thing because I actually got my degree eventually, you know. But there's plenty of people that like got pushed into college 1 to 2 years, took out the loans because they didn't know really what to do. They just were like, go to school. They felt that pressure, but then college really wasn't for them.
Right.
So then they have about 20, like less than 20, about 20,000 or 18,000 in student loan debt, but they don't got the degree that pays them enough to pay back that money, and the interest just keeps growing. They were going to wipe out a lot of those accounts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it was like,
you tried, but it didn't work out.
It didn't work out for whatever reason. Maybe you got, you had a kid, you didn't really want to go to school. You were so poor that when you went to school, one flat tire caused you to owe money enough to where you couldn't keep your payments up and shit like that. There's just so many things that somebody could have tricked you into going to ICDC college or something, you know what I mean? Charge you up front, and then DeVry. They're like, you can do your classes when you want to do your classes. And
what was it back in the commercial? Hey, you sitting on the couch, get up.
I don't know if it was
Aspen.
So it's maybe Aspen.
I think it was Aspen.
ITT Tech, criminal justice and criminal investigation.
Oh my god! I haven't heard ITT Tech in forever, nigga.
Yeah.
Tell me you're 40 without telling me you're 40.
That was the part that I was more like upset about. Is like that wave didn't happen, but I think what I've read, like Biden is going to try to find different ways. Not that I support
either
one candidate.
You're just talking about the president.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the president. He is going to like try to figure out other plans that they can just like focus on certain borrowers.
Yeah.
Right? Like when they were going to like pay mine, say if I would have got the 20,000 or the 8,000 or whatever to clear my debt. I feel like that would have been kind of taking advantage because like I graduated with a solid degree that pays me a solid wage that I can pay it back. And so maybe that's just too much. If we're worried about inflation, maybe I'm not a candidate, but for every one of those people that I was just talking about that just kind of have that 10,000, 14,000 hanging out that don't have their degree.
Right.
Yes. Every teacher that went to school racked up debt and then going and giving their life to, public service, being a teacher, you know what I mean? It's like, those are all candidates that I think
that should get taken care of.
Should get it. And it would be very helpful for them because I know there's probably people that they already feel bad enough that they didn't get their degree and they have student loan debt. And so that burden of being like, damn, I have to boom to be able to pay this off. And so I bet you that's its own little
and
pressure.
Teachers, it's not like they make a killing, you know what I'm saying? So if they're out there risking it, got to be around these stinky ass kids.
And they're doing God's work. They're doing God's work.
They ain't doing it the best, but they're trying, damn it. That's what matters.
Gosh dang.
Yeah.
It's not over.
Yeah.
Then affirmative action gets shut down.
No, we still got I wasn't about to say nothing. I was just saying, damn, that's just crazy. I'm just so thrown off. I didn't realize. I thought niggas were getting their shit cleared, bro. I'm just thrown off. But anyway, it's affirmative action.
Man, this is Creed 4, nigga.
Oh my god.
This is like all the Rockies or Creeds in one.
It's stupid.
But no, they overturned affirmative action.
Which is
it was I guess it was a law or a program put into place so that like on your college application the universities would be required to consider race in the admissions process to try to make sure that they have a diverse set of students. In affirmative action, they took affirmative action and it went into business. So, we want so many Hispanics, Asians, blacks, women, stuff like that.
Everything, right.
Yeah. And so the justices in the Supreme Court overturned it. So essentially now college admissions, they can't ask about race. They can't use race as a consideration to like put somebody up or put somebody down, which was really beneficial to try to like even the playing field. Yeah. Like if the Head Start. Have you ever seen the like? There's like this diversity one where they lined up all these people, and then they asked them, "Hey, if you had this, this, and this, start walking right here. Walk out further."
At the race for the $100.
Yeah, race for the $100.
And he's like, if you've never had to help pay your cell phone bill or pay bills at home, take a step forward.
Yeah,
that one. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and so that would be like with schools, anything like that. So the way that they were trying to remedy that was like at the very end. You're at high school, you graduated or whatever, to be like, boom, let's grab these people that we know don't come from privilege or whatnot, and put them in a very good environment to get them exposure, to hopefully slingshot them, to then they can go back and change their family and stuff like that.
Right.
And so that was a big blow. How do you feel about that? Like, your thoughts?
So basically you're saying they don't take it into consideration now?
Don't take it into consideration.
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of fucked up. I feel like it's not fucked up, but it is. Based off of where you came from or what you look like. I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on it.
You're kind of mixed.
I don't know. It's kind of.
I just
How do you feel about it?
The way I feel about it is that if you do not believe that that there's no advantages ever anywhere,
right,
then it makes sense,
right.
But if you can clearly know that there are disadvantaged people out there, then it makes sense,
right?
Just so think about it in the NFL, the Rooney Rule is they're trying to get
black coaches
to be head coaches.
Right.
You would think if 92% of the people playing the game are black, why wouldn't it be 92% of the black coaches?
Right, right.
You're saying these people are there's going to be plenty of times where the coach is like, hey, this player's the best because they were actually just as smart as me as a coach. You know what I mean? So you can't say, oh, the intelligence wasn't there
because he's black
or whatnot. It's literally the way it's set up. So they had to put that rule in, but that's a case where the Rooney Rule won't need to be a rule. And diversity and inclusion in businesses isn't a must anymore. You don't have to to fulfill a requirement. Go search out those candidates. You can just say, hey, I want all the best accountants from Harvard.
Regardless
I want them all
of
from Texas. And there are going to be black candidates that fit that, but they don't have to go search out to a smaller school to try to get a bigger group
to get that. Okay, that's
what I mean.
Yeah.
Because at any university, you might have two black students that were 4.0 in high school that made it there, but there's only two, and maybe those two actually came from a good environment that allowed them to naturally flow there, as opposed to somebody that was paying the bills at their house, got
watching
a 3.5, watching their little sister, and had to do that. One note that I read about is you could still base it off of financials.
Yeah.
Right? So you could award based off need-based.
Right.
And so sometimes I believe that it could be just a poor thing, there are plenty Caucasians that are poor that are experiencing the same thing.
And I feel sorry to cut you off, but I feel like it was made that because of that. Most black people are from poor situations, they come from poverty.
Yeah.
So it's this is how we include them. If we give them a chance or the same opportunity, regardless of their background, we have to have different ethnicities that work for us or go to our schools or whatever it is. They can't say that they didn't get the opportunity.
Yeah.
As how I feel like it's kind of looked at,
Yeah.
Just it's wild, bruh. That in general is just crazy. To the Rooney Rule.
The next steps, though, because say when people go to Stanford or Harvard, they have a legacy. So if your parents went there, you have a higher probability of getting in there because your parents went there. Well, affirmative action, next they're going to go strike. Somebody's going to file a lawsuit, which I think it already did I saw it on the Wall Street Journal, listened to it on the podcast. Is somebody already submitted the case to kill the legacy because of, like, I think the white population that gets into Harvard, like 43% of them are legacy. So then that would mean, like,
so it takes,
they're not going to get in no more, and you're not going to be able to cut a check essentially
to get your kids in. Right.
So it's going to go a little bit both
like
ways.
That.
But
I like that because you know how many kids don't get in or get an opportunity or get the chance because their family's a booster and they're a fuck up.
We'll see how that one goes because that
Right.
one's going to go up, and if somehow they like find a way to like, no, it's good, then you'll know that it's fucked up. But right now, it's looking like that potentially.
And just so you guys know, I'm for what I just said. I'm for it for all ethnicities, nigga. If you're in a Spanish community, you shouldn't get to be on the varsity team just because your brother was good, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. On the legacy piece,
you can't do that. Like I hate that shit.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how it is here, especially in sports and like high school and shit like that. It's horrible here. So I'm all for that.
Yeah,
that legacy shit gotta go. Man.
Gotta go.
You might be a piece of shit, and your granddad was that nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. They have, and I want to say that it could potentially open the door for athletics too, right? Like you have to probably you potentially will need to be like actually the caliber of the admissions to play sports, because that would be like discriminating against, because they're just talking about people getting in,
right?
And it's like,
yeah, you have to be educated on the education level before anything. Yeah, that's cool and too. So, student athlete, my nigga.
Yeah, there's just a lot of things. There's just a lot of things that open up. And the backstory is when our last president was in office.
Who?
President Trump.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So 3 justices left or retired during his stay, and when you get elected to once you become a Supreme Court justice. Mm-hmm. You're there until you retire. Like once you've been up there, there's nothing you can do.
Right,
unless you actually like probably break the law or something, but there's nothing you can do that can remove you from there.
Right.
And so it's just a timing thing of when the justices leave for whoever the president is to nominate the next one. So before the court was more conservative, it was like I don't know if there's 13 or 12 or whatever, but say it was like 7-6 conservatism, or what would it be? Liberals and what's the other? Conservative. So I think it was liberal. So affirmative action, those things were getting passed because the balance was there. Well, 3 justices,
from one of the sides or something.
I think 2 liberal and 1 conservative. So he replaced the conservative. Then he placed the 2
liberals
with conservative. So now all of those things that were deadlocked 7-6, or not deadlocked, but barely won 7-6 or whatever, are now getting flopped. Same thing would happen with abortion. Then when they brought abortion back up, Roe versus Wade back in the day, it was a liberal,
and that's why
thing
it got. That's wild.
And so now they're putting all these different cases that were historical. Affirmative action has been around since, I want to say the 80s, maybe 70s. And so it's not that it's gone forever. If somehow, say the next election is Democrat and some, conservative justices need to retire, they replace it, and then I bet you that'll be the first thing they put on the docket. Put those back on, and then it'll swing back. But for the time being, the ramifications of it are going to be felt.
Definitely.
Yeah,
man. You be knowing a lot of shit, cousin.
I'm an inch deep, mile long.
Okay,
just a little bit.
That's why she picked you, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, but
nah, she picked me because I'm deep.
He said I'm 12 inches deep and 20 miles long. I said, what?
I do cardio.
Stupid. He said, she needed, don't call me jackrabbit for nothing.
Yeah, I do. I did 5 miles.
I see it.
When somebody says you did 5 miles, they're like, oh.
But did you sweat?
Yeah.
But did you sweat? You ever done 5 miles horizontally?
Yeah, mountain climbers.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever, bud.
Nah.
He said mountain climber. Horizontal is this way, but I get.
Yeah. Isn't that how you're supposed to do mountain climbers, like a push up?
Oh, you're talking about the exercise.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like actual mountain climbers. That's
I could be.
players fuck up.
Yeah.
Players fuck up. That's on me. Well, shit, cousin. I appreciate you, boy.
I appreciate you too.
Episode 32. Niggas got the bag.
Yeah.
If you're listening, any of you niggas that I named earlier, let me hold something.
Yeah. Just write one sponsorship check.
You know what I'm saying, nigga? Fred, Van Vliet. Let a nigga hold something, baby.
Hey, Canadian. Hey. Now he's over in H-Town, baby.
I was going to say, he's in Houston.
Yeah.
You know, he Johnny Dang.
He's going to have a grill. Shit. Get colored. I like looking like a Fruit Loop box.
You do?
Well, I like
Clearly,
colored
look at your
diamonds
outfit,
and
nigga.
stuff. Yeah, if I had it, I would be like yellow and gold, or yellow and green.
You be
like,
out here like a Lucky Charm, huh?
Yeah, man.
I see you busting.
Say welcome to the South.
So, nigga, you're in Idaho, my
South
nigga.
Idaho.
Oh, South Boise.
Yeah, you know.
He said, welcome to the South. Boise. He said, nigga, you ain't ever been shit. I appreciate you, cousin.
Thank you.
Episode 32. We just keep going.
Yeah.
Just don't stop, nigga. I'm feeling like the Energizer Bunny. You know what I'm saying? If you were tuned in, we appreciate you. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, share, say we ain't shit. Do something, nigga. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Please help us run these numbers up. I'm your host, Chain. I appreciate you. This is my co-host,
J. White, the Fi Guy.
the Fi Guy. You know he the fly guy, and sometimes, never mind. Love you, cousin.
Love you too.
We appreciate y'all. Make sure you tune in next week, episode 33. We gonna get it hot for you. You know what I'm saying? No homo. We out.